Hey there! How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Halftime, episode 2.
Number 2.
I almost want to say Attack of the Clones, but I mean, yeah, that's a little too Star Warsy. Well, as you can tell, I'm not at my normal abode. I am here at the hotel room in Chicago for the ANA. And man, it's been a long day, I swear. So we over here on the side, we have Coin Coach Vic. How you doing, man?
Doing quite well. I am not at the ANA this week. I'm at home, so kind of wish I was there, but maybe next year I'll go. Just didn't have the opportunity to get out there this week.
Oh, no, I hear you. If you haven't been to an ANA show, I swear, this is overwhelming. I mean, I went last year, and it was like about half of this show. So,
It's bigger this year?
So much bigger.
Wow.
I mean, last year, I want to say they had like 15 rows. They're up to 20 rows of dealers in a larger hall.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's mind-boggling. I mean, you just want to jump from table to table and you want to see everything, but it's not enough time.
Huh. So when you say 20 rows, how many tables in a row? 10?
On the short ones, it would be 10. There's some rows
they're
that are
longer than, say, the Michigan State show.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Michigan State, yeah, this is probably 2, almost 3 Michigan State shows.
Okay. I'd say the Michigan State show probably has maybe, 8 tables in a row and probably only about 6 or 8 rows, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, it's no comparison. So good to see everybody in the chat today. You know what? Let's scroll up and see who all we have. Oh, we have Donald in New Mexico. Silver Gators in the house. How you all doing? Right. Glad to see me, I guarantee. The Cajun Chef, if I remember correctly. Wally Werner is in the house. Good to see you. Upscale flipping. Can't wait for some cool weather. You know what? It's finally starting to break. So, getting better. So, we have CG Coins in the house. And let me also try to get to some of these questions in here. Hey, we got the Bass Man. Bass Man. Dennis D is in the house. Dennis D is asking, will Director Gibson let you talk to her for a length of time that the PDS roll set lasted? That's actually funny because I got a story of what happened when I first got to the show today. And it involves the Madam Director. All right, we got Crispy in the house. Hello, Crispy.
Hi, Donald in New Mexico. I see a hi, Vic there. Appreciate that.
Gen X, good seeing you, my friend. We have Don Bullion from the Department of Numismatics. Good to see you. Bad Gateway from Ann Arbor. Good. Hey, awesome seeing everybody here. Got a good Michigan turnout. And I just had a jump in my screen. So let's see. Anybody else? And it looks like I'm all caught up. So glad to see everybody. We have 16 party people in here, and we just started. Nice. Make sure if you like the content that you see, hit that thumbs up, give it a likey. You know, we got to show YouTube who's boss, right, guys? You know it. All right. So, Yeah, so did you, okay, so I'm going to go back and hit up some of the questions. We got upscale flipping. So did we buy anything today? Ah, I did pick up one thing from the mint. Unfortunately, it wasn't a colorized Purple Heart or a PDS box because for some reason they didn't bring any rolls with them. So
You're
that was
kidding,
a
really?
that was
Did
a
they bring
disappointment.
coins, Kevin?
Did they bring? They brought collectibles. They didn't bring coins.
They didn't bring like bullion stuff. They brought collectibles. Okay,
They brought like a proof silver eagle. They didn't bring a monster box with tubes.
gotcha.
So yeah, did they bring the white boxes with the PDS rolls in it? No way. Believe me, I asked. I mean, I'm still in awe with what happened yesterday. 3 seconds. 3 seconds. But you know what? I had my day of peace. I was able to talk to the folks there at the Mint, and, well, they deflected, as you would figure. I mean, we don't have anything to do with the online store, but yeah, we understand it's frustrating. Yeah, those S's are popular. Although I did get to pick up as San Francisco Mint 2022. Inside, we have the COA, and we have the proofage, we have the coin. But I was extra special lucky on my certificate because when I first arrived at the Mint, Miss Ventress Gibson was there. She was signing at the booth at 10 o'clock this morning when I first arrived. So when I got my S-minted proof eagle, I asked her to sign the certificate. And she's actually supposed to be there tomorrow as well during the
And
afternoon.
apparently,
So,
she's a lefty. Is she a lefty?
yes, she is.
I can tell by the slant of the lettering.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this was the highlight of my day that I was able, well, one that I was able to pick up S Silver Eagles because I got shut out on that one. That was on me. I waited the day, and yeah, they released the limitation, and boom, you know what happens 2 seconds later. But yeah, that was the surprise of the morning. I turned around the corner to look at the U.S. Mint, and there she was sitting at a table. She had about 3 people in line to get an autograph, and by the time I finished my transaction at the Mint booth and I had my Eagles, her line was all done. So I actually got a little bit of time there to talk with the director, and it was amazing. She actually listened, and I don't know how much of it was just listening or if she was actually taking things to heart, but she did take her time. She did give me my piece. So I was allowed to say on behalf of us that 3 seconds is not near enough to buy a product. I mean, this is the second time in a row the PDS box is sold out within 2 to 3 seconds.
That's
And
unbelievable.
it's just, yeah, it's like you want to try. I mean, you go on ahead, you do what's right, you go into the subscriptions, you sign up to get 5 or 6 boxes. You think that would guarantee you a certain amount, but they cut you back to 3. So instead of 6 boxes like I've ordered, I'm only going to be getting 3 later this week for these new quarters. And it is just frustrating because you see when they go on sale and boom, they're already gone before you even have a chance to hit sold. It's just infuriating. And it just makes you wonder where they're actually going to, and are they going to be even more on fire because of it? I think some of the eBay sales have already been looking that way. All right, let's see. What other questions do we have in here? Upscale flipping, yes, we were able to get ASC San Francisco's. Unfortunately, not the quarters. Although we did get a nice look at the ornaments, the Christmas ornaments were on display there.
Nice.
So, all right. So, yeah, guys, if you have any questions for us, anything at all, by all means.
While you're looking at questions, I'll show what I bought today. I already showed you, Kevin, but
all right.
See if I can get in front of my camera here. This is a
Let-
1876 shield nickel.
Let me see if I can
On
get you.
8058.
There you go.
There we go. I'm trying to get where it's focused a little bit, but
Try blocking the background of the camera.
let me see. If I go settings and then what, virtual background, maybe?
Yeah, thing is, when it has a face, it tries to focus on the face. So
Yeah. Well, let's see if that makes it any better. I don't know if that's any better or not.
don't really think so.
It's jumping around a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can see it's got a lot of detail, a lot of original mint luster. Can't really see the date too well though, but yep. So 18, that's a 1876, and it's about an AU58. So I picked that up today.
Nice.
That was one of my favorite things.
I was gonna say, that is a nice pickup.
Yeah, I have a couple of customers that like those. I'll call them shiny stuff, right? The real high end things that maybe are, I call them investment grade. I mean that coin in a lower grade isn't anything super special, and 5 years from now, it's probably still not going to be anything special. But when you get up in the AU58 range like that or uncirculated, I think that you have more potential for that to go up in value pretty dramatically. So,
oh yeah, I mean,
they have customers that like that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you get into those conditional rarities where you just get to a certain level and then it just skyrockets.
Yeah.
Because they weren't.
And AU58 is a nice place to be. It's still affordable. I mean, that's like 180 on the gray sheet. Probably retails about 230 or something like that. But once you start hitting uncirculated, it's going to double or triple really quick.
Yeah.
So,
and well, the thing
word
is
on the 2023 Morgan and Peace stuff. Go ahead.
Nothing that I've heard so far. There hasn't been any rumor about that. But you know what? I have 2 more days here. I'm gonna ask some probing questions.
Just go hit the mint booth.
Oh, you know it. It's like, hey, when can we expect them? Are we going to have them in time for fun? Because
is there a coin kiosk? I'm not sure what Dennis means by a coin kiosk. Do you know what that means?
I know the Mint was touting that they were going to have a change machine where you can get the current quarters, so like the Woman Man Killers and the Tarot Warrens. And I did see a money change machine. It was at the U.S. Mint booth. Just exactly what you expect. It takes 1s, 5s, and 10s, and it will bring out the change for you. So that might be the only way for me to try to get some of the circulation women quarters.
Cool. You never know what they're going to throw in there either. They might throw some something unusual in there too. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like
Hey, we
fun.
got Teddy Baker in the house. Good morning. Silver Wolverine, good to see you, my friend. Live coin Q&A, Ms. Paula, good to see you. I, I don't know what the evening version of good morning would be. So good evening. Bandit Jones is in the house. They mentioned in the Midland letter at upscale. I'll have to go over to the upscale booth and check that out. So, yeah, great seeing everybody. 18 people in the house. Not bad, not bad. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, everybody. We got to show them who's boss, right? You know it. So, I've seen a lot of different people here at the show because you get to see some coin dignitaries like Ms. Ventris Gibson. Saw the president of the ANA, Dr. Ross. He was walking around the show earlier today. Different members of the ANA board. I know I saw Rob O'Birth over at his booth. I saw Colonel Ellsworth, Steve Ellsworth from Butternut. He does all the large cents. I saw some of our YouTubers. I saw Mac Daddy, good old Mike from Mid-America Coins. He has a booth at the show today. Trying to think who else I saw. I know I saw Matt Dinger from the Coin Show podcast. They've been doing that for like 11 years now, 12 years. Let's see. Hey, we got Plumber Stacker in the house. Good seeing you, my friend. So yeah, there's just a lot of people around. I know I saw Lady J. If you're used to the Facebook groups, Lady J's got her jewelry and golden coin channels. So honestly, it's just a fun time had by a lot of people. So Vic, what else been happening for you? Did you have any good shows last week?
I did 2 shows last weekend. I did a show in Cleveland on Saturday, and that's called the Cleveland Coin Expo, and you've been there before. It's a pretty big venue.
It's a real
and
good show,
I did very well at that show. It was busy. There were a lot of people. A lot of people spending money as opposed to just a lot of people looking, which happens sometimes. But there's actually people spending money and buying things and not just bullion. I probably sold more coins than I sold bullion, which is lately anyway. It's been a little unusual because I've been selling more bullion. And then I did the Southfield show on 9 Mile and Telegraph Sunday, and that was not as good. It was much less traffic, got a little slow in the afternoon, and it was still okay, but not one of my better shows. So a little bit disappointed, but at the end of the day, I was at a coin show having fun, so I really can't complain.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, I was over
the
at
Cleveland show. The Cleveland show was really a really, really good show. I mean, we were quite busy the whole day, just never let up.
Oh, I know. Saturday was the same for us over in Grand Rapids. It was a very steady crowd. I really couldn't complain. Had a lot of good dealings with folks. Great seeing everybody. But you know what? Sunday was a little bit slower of a day. I was over at Royal Oak, and it was a good show. Good buyers were coming in. It just seemed to be a bit slower.
Yeah. Well, somebody asked you, Kevin, did you pick up any of the A Pandas?
Ooh, the A Pandas. I did see them out there, but I didn't have any orders for them. And I don't normally pick up the A Pandas, so. Yeah, it looks like Smoking Coin is asking if we've had any sightings of Jake and Elwood. Well, I was going to say, I don't think Joliet Jake is around anymore. But we got. I haven't seen Elwood either, so I'm trying to remember Blues. It's Blues Brothers. I can't remember what John Goodman's name was in that.
I can't remember.
But yeah. Oh, there's Miss Paula. Did I pick up the A Panda? They are available. They're still out there. So if anybody wants one, let me know. I can pick them up while I'm at the show here.
Tell us what they are, Kevin. Maybe some people don't know.
Well, yeah. If you're not aware of the Chinese Mint has a special release that they have, where they have a counter stamp, a special section on the coin for the ANA shows happening every year. And they have them where it's like a stamp area on the Panda. And okay, my fingers are way over here, so I need to come on back over towards the camera. They have some of them that are done in silver, some of them that are done with gold, and I also have the gold versions.
So I'm going to bring up a picture of, this was the 2017. Hopefully, it's not going to work. Well, there you go.
There it goes. Yeah, so you can see.
So you can see in the center, it's got the ANA logo stamp thing.
Yep.
So interesting stuff. And it's a special edition. How many do they make? Do we know?
I don't recall offhand. Yeah, talking about pictures. Yeah, this is the picture that I got this morning. That is me with Mint Director Ventris Gibson. So yeah, I was actually able to see her and talk with her for a few moments this morning when I first got there, first got to the show. And yeah, pretty much I walked around the corner and I didn't expect to see it, but she was sitting there right in front of the booth signing autographs and had a couple of people in line. And it was just, she's just sitting there, and it's like it's any day. So it was amazing to see. And actually I was able to get, after I picked up my Silver Eagle, I was able to go over there and get her autograph on the COA. And it was just wonderful being able to talk to her. I mean, I stressed about those PDS rolls, stressed about how when they released, it didn't have the security, so everything was gobbled up in like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. And yeah, she heard my piece. That's what I can say. She was open and she was receptive. She heard my piece. So
I see Live Coin Q&A says he or she they make about 800 of the silver and 80 of the gold. He thinks. She thinks. He thinks.
Yeah.
They think. How about that? Use a proper pronoun. They
Live
think,
Coin Q&A is Ms. Paula.
Okay, Ms. Paula. So there's not many made. 800 of the silver and 80 of the gold. That's not very many.
That's quite a limited edition.
And how much are the silvers there, Kevin? Do we know?
You know what? I do have the book for the show here. Let me see if I can dig it out and see what is in the program, because I know they advertise for it. And of course, everything is all stuck in here. Market review, okay. And actually, got the flyer for it right here on top. So, and unfortunately, they do not have prices on here. But limited edition 2022 official ANA show pandas have arrived. There's a 50-gram silver proof mintage of 888, a 1 ounce gold proof mintage of 88, and a 1 ounce platinum proof mintage 88.
So when you say 50 grams, that's pretty big. That's much bigger than an ounce. Oh, yeah, 50 grams. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a big coin.
Yeah, that's a big one. And then you got the 1 ounce platinum, and the 1 ounce gold. Upscale Flippin' is asking, was there a fee to get into the coin show? Pretty much. There is an early bird fee. If you decide to pay it, it gets you in during the dealer hours. So being able to, you can get in, but you have to end up paying a fee. I want to say it's $100 for the weekend. Otherwise, if you are a member of ANA, you are allowed to get in a half an hour early. So you get to go in at 9:30, I believe, instead of 10. And everybody else gets to go in at 10 o'clock in the morning. But if you
Assuming you're a member, Kevin?
I'm sorry?
Assuming you're an ANA member?
If you're an ANA member, you can get in a half an hour early at no cost. Otherwise, you would have to have the early bird pass. But otherwise, you can get in for free at 10 a.m.
So did you get in at 9:30 or 10?
I got in at 10 because I decided to go check into the hotel first.
Okay.
I arrived in the Chicago area around 9 o'clock local time. And by the time I got all the way over there, it was like 1:45 already. So it's like, there's not going to be that much advantage. I might as well just get myself packed up and get situated before I head down to the show.
That's not too bad because you gain an hour driving there, and I don't remember exactly what part of Chicago it's in, but it's probably about a 4-hour drive, so it's like 3 hours net.
Yep, it's in Rosemont up by O'Hare Airport.
Oh yeah, so the west side of the city. Yep. Okay.
Silver Gator is wondering, did I hook up with Scott S? He picked up a silver panda for me. Hey, awesome. Yes, I did hook up with Scott S. He got a hold of me around 11 o'clock local time, and we met up. And actually, I'm helping him getting Miss Ventress's autograph tomorrow because she's only at the booth for like a 2-hour period. Today's was really early in the show from 10 till noon. So she's supposed to be around, I want to say 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock tomorrow. And I have a couple of certs that he wanted to get autographed. So I'm going to be helping him out with that. Livecoin Q&A, they are giving away one ANA sponsored gold membership every month. That's awesome, Miss Paula. That you're able to do that. That membership, you know what? It's $30 a year, but you know what? It's well worth it. I mean, you get to come into the ANA. You get the perk of being able to go in early. I know that they had privileges for submitting to NGC. I've heard something to the contrary on that recently, but I still need to find out.
And you get where is it?
Wolvie, did I ask her about the bots? Yes. There's the magazine, The Numismatist. So it's a quality magazine that you get. And, actually, I need some water, and I don't have any right now, so don't mind me. Silver Wolverine is asking, did I ask her about the bots? Well, as a good politician, she deflected, but you know, she understands the plight of the people. I explained to her, hey, 3 seconds isn't enough for us to be able to get in there to make these purchases. And she said that she's taking it to heart and that she's going to try to figure out what's going on. Honestly, they know what's going on. I mean, 3 seconds, no human can go through an order screen that quickly. I swear. Oh, Miss Pollock chimes in. Yes, it's now $15 off of an NGC membership. So, yep. And actually, from what I was hearing, it was NGC that took away the membership, and it wasn't ANA that was taking anything away.
That's it. We're going to PCGS now.
Yeah. Down in New Mexico, did you tell Director Gibson we want our clamshells back? You know what? I'll add that onto the list for tomorrow because I am going to be getting some more autographs for Scott S. tomorrow. So I'm going to add that onto the list. Dennis D asked, did I see David Ryder? And from what I understand, he's supposed to be at the PCGS booth tomorrow. So I'm going to be looking up David Ryder too. So who knows? I'm going to have pictures with a couple of mint directors this weekend. So
Kevin?
Yes, sir.
I saw somebody ask if we were going to be selling coins online. Do you sell coins online? Do you have a web page or anything like that?
Well, what I normally do is I have the auction that I normally do with Son of a Silver Stacker on Thursday nights. Eventually, I'd like to try to get a little bit of coin sales in on the halftime eventually. But right now, I just wanted to get the flow going, get us used to being here on a Wednesday night. Eventually, And one of the items I am planning on selling eventually is going to be that one of the signed S Mint Eagles signed by Miss Ventress. So that might be coming soon to an auction near you.
If anybody's looking to actually buy coins on a web page, you can always visit mine. I try to put some unusual things out there on my web page, and I don't have a shopping cart, but you can. I have a shopping cart. You just can't do the checkout thing yet, but you can put stuff in the shopping cart and then go through the checkout process, and it'll shoot me an email. We can work on shipping and things like that, via email. It's pretty easy, but my business is called Southeast Michigan Rare Coins and Bullion, and the website is just SE for Southeast, MI for Michigan, coins.net. SEMIcoins.net. Feel free to go out there and peruse around, and there's a contact me if you have any questions. And I just bought a bunch of stuff in the last 2 weeks. I'm going to be loading up there some nice high-end things and some stuff that's a little more common, but I'll try and get that website updated. There's quite a few things out there right now, but I'll be adding more over the next couple of weeks. There you go. Thank you. SEMIcoins.net.
Yep.
So feel free. And again, there's a contact me out there if you have any questions, or if you're looking for something in particular, just use the contact me page and just say, hey, Vic, do you have this or that, or can you get it? And I usually can. One way or another, we'll figure it out. Hi, Karen Newberry. How are you?
George Matthews is also in the house. Good evening, everybody. So, what all do we have going on this weekend? Man, I'm just thinking about it, and it's like, man, this weekend hasn't even started, and I'm already at a show.
Yeah, well, you're good through Saturday, right? The NA goes through Saturday.
Yep.
And
I'm going to be here until Friday.
Oh, you're leaving on Friday. Okay.
Yep.
Well, Saturday I will be at the Tiffin Flea Market in Tiffin, Ohio. I don't typically do flea markets, but that is if you like flea markets, they have generally between 7 and 8,000 people through the gates. It's enormous. I'm in building 9, so if you're in the Tiffin area,
Mhm.
feel free to stop by and take a look at it. But I'm in building 9, and I know there's at least, gosh, 3 buildings past me, so it's enormous. And I'll be set up there. I do pretty well there at the Tiffin Flea Market. A lot of people, and then Sunday there are 2 shows in the area. I'm going to be at the Redford, Michigan coin show, the Redford coin show, which is actually not in Redford. You'll have to look it up. I can't remember
Yeah.
where it is. I think it's at the hotel again,
Now
Holiday Inn,
Livonia. Yep.
Livonia. Also, this weekend is the Blue Ribbon in Toledo, which I normally do that, but they're conflicting. So my buddy Joe is doing the Blue Ribbon, and I'm going up and doing the Redford coin show. So maybe we'll see you guys at one or the other, the Tiffin Flea Market or the Redford show. And are you going to be doing any shows this weekend yourself, Kevin?
Yes. After I get back on Sunday, I'm going to be at the Livonia show as well over there at the Holiday Inn. So we will actually be together. Gen X Collectible has a question for you, Vic.
I I have a YouTube channel and it's just my name, but I haven't posted coin videos out there yet. Uh, Kevin calls me Coin Coach Vic because I'm a longtime baseball coach, and most of my videos relate to baseball and things like that. But it's if you go out and look at my name, Vic, and the last name's Lucarelli, it's Lucarelli. You can find my YouTube channel. But a lot of baseball stuff out there. I actually do. I'm a hitting coach, an offensive baseball coach, and my son played college baseball, and we've played at the national level for several years. So that's kind of where I started my coaching, and then I also coach people with coins if they need help with coins. So if you have questions or whatever, and want some advice, I'd be happy to help you out with the coins as well. I may start posting some videos out there. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. But
I was going to say, you're a natural at it, man.
I spent a lot of time doing this kind of thing. My job as a program manager, I speak a lot on video chats and that kind of thing, video calls. So I spent a lot of time on the video. I'm pretty comfortable in front of the camera, so it doesn't bother me too much.
So yeah, hey, that makes you a natural.
And when we used to do baseball, I used to broadcast all the games live on the internet. So I spent a lot of time talking, just audio stream, not video, but a lot of audio stream on live broadcast. So had a lot of fun with that when my son was growing up. And even in college, we did some broadcasts live. So a lot of fun.
That's awesome. We got Dale in the house, Yoke fan. Man, good to see everybody. So let me see here. Is there anything else that I really picked up? I got a couple of nice barbers that I picked up. A couple of barber dimes. Let me see if I can find those. Didn't really have them ready to show.
I don't know if anybody's into the modern commemorative dollars. I picked up the National Park commemorative dollar today, proof.
Oh, let me put you on solo. Yeah, I'm trying to run this off of my iPad, so I really don't have all the bells and whistles set up for.
Came in the original box, which is kind of nice. So it's one of those things where I don't go out of my way to hunt them down, but when I find the modern commemorative dollars, and don't forget they're 0.7736 silver, just like Morgan and Peace dollars. So if I can pick them up, a lot of times I can buy them for $18, $19, $20 a piece. This one happens to be a little more money in the gray sheet. I paid $29 for that one, but the gray sheet's at $35, so it's okay. I did all right there.
Nice. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't find the items that I picked up, so I'm going to have to go hunting for them a little bit later tonight.
I picked up a couple silver rounds. I picked up, I don't know if anyone's familiar with the bars, but OPM, Ohio Precious Metals, the mushroom bar. Okay. And I actually got two of them here in the plastic. So,
Oh, nice.
yep. And the story, if you don't know the story behind this, Ohio Precious Metals was an outfit out of Ohio near Ohio University. So, south and east of Columbus, Ohio. They did really well. They were quite successful until they were bought by a larger company, and the larger company was caught doing some illegal shenanigans, and they ended up getting shut down. But Ohio Precious Metals was notorious for their bread and butter was they would buy scrap metal from the public, and they would refine it, and they would produce 999 coins and bars. So they're quite collectible, especially in this part of the country. I also picked up one of these. Nothing special about it, but I just think they're beautiful. It's the same as the $2.50 and $5 Indian gold. It's got the same basic Indian design on the front, and the reverse, of course, has got the eagle. So I thought it was a pretty coin for a 1 ounce silver, and that's I just paid the regular 5 over spot or whatever it is today.
So is that the same Incuse design?
Yep, it's an Incuse design. Yep, absolutely.
So it's actually sunken in.
Yep. Yep, very cool.
I always loved that design for that reason.
Yeah, and that's why I bought it. I mean, I normally try to buy it as a dealer about $3 or $3.50 over spot, and I sell it around 5 over spot, so I make $1 or $1.50 an ounce at the most. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
But this one I actually paid what I usually sell them for, just because I thought it was a really cool coin. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say most people don't realize how little the margins really are in bullion for bullion dealers.
Yeah.
Really, yeah, they make their money by quickly flipping things around through the quick sell. They're really not making. They're making maybe $1 on most items, if that.
Yep. It's years ago we used to be able to buy it at 50 cents under spot and sell it at 50 cents over spot. And then in 2020, all that started. Well, actually a little bit before that, but really in 2020, when the whole world shut down and the price of silver started jumping, I like to remind people that that's about the point in time when the price of ETFs, or electronically traded funds, ETFs started separating from the silver, the physical silver price. Physical silver bullion started separating from the ETFs. Before, they were kind of pretty well linked together, but you could see them, they were together, and then you could see the physical market start to go like this, right? And I think it's going to get even more and more severe as time goes on.
Eventually, I have to think that there's going to be a physical spot and a paper spot.
It's entirely possible, or the paper spot would just go away, because what's happened was 20 years ago, the government required people selling ETFs to have 1 ounce of silver for every 2 ounces they sold. That way, if somebody said, hey, I want to cash in and get my 1,000 ounces of silver, they would have enough silver that they could actually send out to the people. They covered themselves. And then over time, the government relaxed that to 3 ounces, or 1 ounce per every 3 they sold, then 1 for every 5 they sold, then 1 for every 10, then 1 for every 20. And the last I heard was they lifted the requirement altogether, which is really, really scary.
Yeah. Santa Laura has a question.
Go ahead.
She is going to first coin show next month. Any tips?
As a buyer, I assume, right?
Yep.
Well, my tip would be when you walk in, first off, you have to kind of know what you're looking for, because if you go there really not looking for anything, you're going to buy stuff you don't need or don't want. So I would make a list of at least things you're interested in looking for. And then the second thing I would do is try to figure out what you think is a fair price before you go there. because it's easy to get caught up and pay too much if you're not careful. And then the third thing I would recommend is make one loop around the place and just kind of get a feel for the layout of the place and who's got what. And this guy only sells bullion, and this guy only sells Morgan dollars, and this guy sells a lot of gold and whatever, and just kind of get a feel for who's got what. And then you can kind of start zeroing in on some of those tables that you looked at. If it's a small show, that's all you need to do. If it's a large show, you'll want to write down what table they're at, row A, table 8 or whatever, because the big shows, you'll get lost and you'll never find that guy again.
Yeah, that's easy to do. And just to continue on from what Vic was saying, when you're walking around in a show, go in there with a set in mind what you're looking for, but you want to take your first pass to see what's out there, what's all happening at the different tables. Then you want to walk around again, make sure what you're finding what you're looking for and at the right price. And then my third pass is when I make my decision. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it from this dealer. And normally when I come to a table for the third time, that's when I'm ready to make my purchase.
Now, I would say once you become experienced, this is your first coin show. So that's my recommendation for someone going to the first coin show is kind of know what you're looking for, know what you want to spend, and try to stick to it. I do things a little differently because I've been to many coin shows. Matter of fact, I've set up, I think, I was keeping track of my calendar over here on the wall, but I think I've set up at 29 coin shows this year so far. So I've been to a lot as a buyer and I've been to a lot as a seller. I do things a little bit differently. I try to get in and get set up immediately, but then as soon as I'm basically set up, if I have help, like my wife, for example, she watches the table and I try to run around and look for deals. I look for something that's, someone's just trying to blow out a roll of silver eagles or whatever. So that's my strategy is I make a quick pass trying to find deals before they're gone because those deals won't last beyond the first 15 minutes the doors open to the public. And sometimes they don't even last that long. Sometimes the deals are gone before the doors even open to the public because a deal is going to happen to see it. So that's my first pass is looking for deals, and I have money in my pocket because by the time you go back to, and this happened to me last weekend, by the way, in Redford, in Southfield, I had bought a 14D Lincoln cent from a dealer, and I just had money in my pocket that I used for making change. I only had about $300 in my pocket. So if somebody buys something, I have 10s and 5s and 1s and a few 20s, and I had about $300 in my pocket. And there was a 14D, and I thought, I'm just going to buy it with the money I have in my pocket, and that was good. I happened to have a couple of 50s and some 20s and was able to make the deal. But I also noticed the guy had 2 rolls of AU walkers. Kevin, you're gonna get sick. They were not AU-58s, they were not Blazers, but they were very nice, probably AU-55s. He had 2 rolls of them. This guy's name is Bill. I can't remember the name of his coin shop. He's up in the Bay City area, but very well known. He does a lot of those Michigan shows. He comes in the night before and spends, I think, the night at a hotel. But anyway, he had 2 rolls of them, and we reached a deal of I was going to buy them for $12 a piece, $2.40 a roll. And I said, all right, I'll be right back. I don't have enough money in my pocket. So I went back to my table. Someone was there. I sold him a coin. I got my money, went back, and he had sold both rolls.
Oh.
And I said, whoa, hey, where'd those rolls go? And he was, well, I didn't know you wanted them. And I said, oh, shoot. And I said, well, it was my fault. I didn't make it clear I wanted them, and I'd be back to buy them in 10 minutes. But, set them aside for me, please. I didn't say that. I just said, well, I'll be back. Well, how many times as a dealer at your table do you hear somebody say, I'll be back, and they never come back? So I'm sure that's what he was thinking, and I wasn't very, very specific about pull him aside for me. I'll be back in 10 minutes with some more cash. So I lost out on that one. But basically that's what I do is I do the run around and try to find the deals because, like I said, like I just showed an example of, they may not be there 10 minutes later. So.
Yeah, let's see what some of the folks in the chat recommend. Yeah, Laura, take your time and bring money. Yeah, Gen X. Cash is king at shows. Yes, it is. Wolvie, did you see the Silver Eagle rounds designed by Mercanti, exclusive to MCM? No, I did not, but I did see their booth, so I know where to go find them. I have to check that out, because Mercanti does know how to design an eagle coin. Just ask Australia on top of the U.S. Those wedge-tailed eagles, I swear, he gets better and better every year on those. Another one for Aunt Laura. Wear comfortable shoes. Yes, these are always cement floors, and yeah, you never know the wonder of comfortable shoes after walking a coin show all day.
Well, as a dealer, I typically stand the entire time. If I sit, it's for just a few minutes at a time, because I usually have people at my table and I'm helping them out. And if I put the wrong shoes on, I am paying for it by the time I get home. So I usually wear good, comfortable running shoes or walking shoes or something with some support, because the floors are hard and you're going to be on your feet for quite a while. Absolutely. It's good advice.
All right.
Yoke fan says, thanks for the interesting guests. Well, thank you. Yep. I appreciate that as a guest.
Yep, and actually, you had a review on your website. Just looked at your website, some cool stuff up there.
All right. Well, thank you.
So, hey.
And again, I'll be loading more in the next couple of weeks, 1 to 2 weeks. And if there's something that you're looking for that you don't see out there, let me know. There's a good chance I've got it, or I can get it pretty quickly. I'm not one of those dealers that just goes out and pays top dollar to have stuff in inventory. I would rather find a really good deal that I can pass along to people. And if I can't find a good deal, I usually don't buy it, unless it's something that somebody really, really wants and they give me a budget. I'll stick within their budget. But I don't pay top dollar for coins. They call me cheap, right? I buy really nice coins at good prices, and I try to pass them along. And that's how I keep my customers.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it. I mean, me too. I like trying to find to marry a coin and a customer together. Yeah. And it's a relationship that you have with honestly, I call it a coin concierge. You're trying to bring them together and try to make the best collection for that person possible.
Yeah. Someone had a question about a 43 plain DNS Lincoln MS66. The 43 plain is by far and away by the way, they made tons, millions and millions and millions of plain DNS. The plain is, I think they made more than the DNS combined, but they still made a lot of DNSs. They're good sellers. I buy them and sell them all the time. Mm-hmm. If I have them graded, I try to pick them up in at least MS65 or MS66. To give you an example of a 43 plain in MS66, the retail is about $40 on that. And that's the common one. Now, if you want to go to like a 43S, for example, that's the least common one. That retails around $80 in MS66. I typically sell, if it's a graded one, like a PCGS holder, the gray sheet is $60, and I'll sell it usually raw around $60 or $65 if it's really a 66. But when you're starting to get up in that range, I don't always feel comfortable grading raw stuff beyond 65, unless it's really, really flawless. I might call it a 66, or if it's a newer coin, like a modern coin, I don't have a problem calling those a 67 or 68. But on a 43, I won't usually go any higher than a 66, and if it's that or above, I'll make sure it's a PCGS or an NGC holder. And then those usually going to be, if it's 60 on the gray sheet, I'm going to be selling for usually around 70, because I usually end up having to pay gray sheet or close to it for the graded coins. Just so everybody knows, my goal is to buy raw coins at about 10% back, and then I sell them a little bit over, right around gray sheet or a little bit over gray sheet. I try and stick close to it. Gray sheet's a dealer price. And But the graded coins, it's tough even for dealers to get those below gray sheet. We usually have to pay gray sheet for those.
Yeah, and I was going to say, Teach, it looks like you're talking about the 3-coin holder from NGC. Yeah, $49. You got a good deal on that.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Most definitely. As Vic was saying, 66 is the point where it just starts the uphill trend. That's
pretty quickly.
Yeah, very quickly.
And I'll tell you what, I'm a big fan of the steel pennies. My dad was born in 1943, and he always thought the steel pennies were the greatest thing in the world, right? So we always had a bunch of those around when I was a kid. And even today, I put together sets of 43 year sets. Generally, they're all planes, but I think the 1943 set is just really cool because you've got the silver war nickel, which looks a little different in color. It's more white than a regular nickel. And you've got the 43 steel cent, which is a silvery color. So to put that together in a set is just a really unique looking year set. And I sell quite a few of those. I've got about 4 of them in my display case right now. And I sell quite a few of them at the flea market, actually. Not as much at the coin shows. I do sell them there, but I sell a lot of them at the flea markets. But the 43 cent, when you get up around MS65 and 66, it's really a beautiful coin. Really spectacular. And sometimes you can find them with a little bit of a color to them, which I think is really cool because so many of them are just plain silver or steel color, But if you can find them with a little bit of a blue tint or something, really cool looking coin.
Yeah, Teacher, 49 a piece. Yeah, that's a really good deal. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
And we all hate autocorrect.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, man. We are coming up on the hour.
Yep, and I got a bail at 9:30, so we got about 3 minutes before at least I got to sign off.
All right. So I guess we'll cut it off there. So I want to thank everybody for coming out for halftime number 2. We're going to try to keep this up on Wednesday evenings at 8:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. No, that's 5:30 Pacific. Off by 1. All right. So on behalf of Vic, I'm Kevin from Coins Making Sense, your spot for the dissemination of information to the numismatic nation. Thank you for joining us, everybody, and have a good night.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.